Oh my gosh. There's a green parrot outside of the window. Oh, wow. That is so cool. I never saw parrots around Mumbai until we moved to our new place. And now it's like my favorite thing ever. I think they're so, so cool. Oh, hey, Cosmo. It's so sweet of you. So these right here are two drinks that I've been making over the past few days. They've been fermenting. This is a fermented apple juice fermented with Floristore probiotic, and this is mango kefir. So I'm quite curious to see how both of these taste. First, let's start off with the fermented apple juice. My mom makes this all the time and it tastes really, really good. Just do a little bit. It's my first time experimenting with it. Yeah, that's not how it's supposed to taste. Actually, these are supposed to take a couple days to ferment usually, but because of the heat in Mumbai, it was a little bit shorter, and I think that caused more yeast to grow in this, so it tastes almost more like a beer, and that's just not how it's supposed to taste. It's supposed to be a little bit more sweet, not like this. Maybe I'll try fermenting it in the refrigerator next time, which might take care of that. All right, now for the mango one. I have high hopes for this because mango, it's hard to go wrong with that taste. There's a lot of pulp in this one. So this is kefir. Oh, that's really good. I like this. This is nice. I mean, I feel like mango is the most superior fruit, especially Indian mango. And made with fresh, organic juice that's just pressed 5 minutes away from us. This is amazing. I will definitely be making more of this and trying to fix this for next time. And one more thing. I have these carrots fermenting. This is my first little experiment with fermenting veggies too. So let's see how they turn out. If it looks good, I'm gonna make a lot more of these, but these still have a couple days. It's crazy because I lived outside of the US for about 6 years now. Yeah, it's been 6 years that I've been living outside of America. And there's been so many places I've been to. And the more I traveled, the less I started to appreciate the United States. Until recently. The US does have this certain charm to it, and for me it's always associated with like a very wholesome family time because that's where my family goes. Every time I'm in the United States, I'm only there visiting family. So it's really just an amazing place to spend time there, and I love how much there is to do. There is so much to do there. There's so much nature, there's just so much open space, and those are some of the things that I've learned to appreciate more as time has gone on. So Ali's made a very important discovery.
Basically, when I pat his butt, his tail goes side to side like this. But when I rub him, it comes back.
Now go back to side.
And then if I set that, it moves again.
What is happening here? So it seems that I've come down with what would be called the flu. And I was chatting with Alia, and we realized that I've been sick more times in the last couple months than I have the entire relationship that we were together. And it's true. I mean, I was getting sick maybe once a year before this, and suddenly I've gotten sick like multiple times in the last couple months. It's been kind of nasty at some points, but what I wanted to share is a couple things that I learned from all of this, because to be honest, there's been a lot of stuff that I've taken away from this whole experience. The first thing that I learned is that I now currently believe in germ theory. And you might be wondering, what is that? Well, it's what you've been taught in school about how, you know, a germ is left on a surface and then you can pick it up and then that could make you sick. Now you're probably wondering, that's obvious, Shane, why would you even bring that up? Well, it's my experience that there's quite a few things that I was taught in school as like matter of fact that turned out later not to be. So I just personally like to investigate those things and hold them to a little bit more scrutiny, like you would, well, being a skeptic of anything. But all of the times that I had gotten sick in the past couple of months, I can pretty much point to one particular instance that I consumed a bacteria that triggered it all. So in this case, it was eating with grimy hands after getting off the plane, eating dosa. Bad decision making on my part, but don't be like me. 100% wash your hands before eating. The next thing that I learned is the importance of taking responsibility for your healing. And what I mean by that is making up your mind to heal. And that means focusing more on healing than focusing on all of the pain and all of the negatives and how difficult it feels maybe in the moment. And it could be really frustrating if you keep getting sick, and it's easy to kind of fall into like a victim mindset about it, but you really cannot, because that's the weakest place you can possibly go, and that's not where healing happens. Healing happens when you're actively looking for solutions. Healing happens when you have a positive, lighthearted attitude despite what challenges happen. I think that's really important. You know, what is the origin of all of these sicknesses? Is it karma? Maybe, I don't know. Is it just bad luck? No, I don't think so. I don't think that any form of suffering is the highest good of God. I think at the end of the day, it's always something that's most important for us to make up our minds, to just like take responsibility for it and make up your mind to heal. Also with the attitude, something to keep in mind is just being grateful that it's not worse, because it could always be worse, but it's not. And that could at least be something that you can use as an anchor to kind of give yourself a little bit more of a boost. The next thing that I learned is the importance of keeping an open heart. I described this in a little bit more detail in a different video, which I'll link here. But the importance of having an open heart pretty much means that your heart is literally open and you can feel love flowing out of it. You're actually in a place of love. It's not some new age garbage where I'm just like using buzzwords, but it legitimately is, you are constantly feeling love from your heart, and it's a decision to either have your heart open or closed. But the importance of maintaining that while being sick, well, even just in general actually, is that I have personally experienced that when you have that love in your heart, healing happens. Like, it literally makes healing happen. And that's been my real experience. As long as that love is flowing, you can feel the healing happening in your body. And it is my personal view that love really can heal anything. But it's really easy to, when you start feeling all this physical pain and, you know, your body is kind of taking you in a whole different headspace, your heart can get really closed up. And that's an easy kind of thing to slip into, but my experience is that maintaining an open heart, or just really just trying to feel as much love as possible, actually heals. The last thing is taking responsibility for gut health. It wasn't until the past couple of months that I really started realizing how important taking care of my gut was, and how that impacted so many things, from my health to the way that I feel and everything in between. Simply taking care of your gut can take care of so many other issues that you didn't even realize were connected. And yeah, I'll finish with saying that it's not just about pooping. So those are the things that I've learned over the last couple months, and honestly, yeah, I don't plan on being sick anymore. I'm kind of over it. You'd be surprised how much you actually influence your life, like how much is actually a choice. And it's a little bit uncomfortable, because when you take responsibility for things, it's like, I made all of this garbage, but that's my viewpoint. I think that's probably one of the most helpful things for having a successful life. But yeah, guys, I sincerely hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit different. Definitely let me know how you like it in the comments, and I'll see you in a couple days in the next video. Peace. Peace out.